Destination Canada 150. 2017 marks Canada's 150th anniversary. How well do you know Canada? I have dedicated 100 days of my life to cycling from coast to coast, and this video series is the result. It's about 7:30 on a Wednesday morning in the middle of nowhere, and it's raining. Yeah, I got about 140 kilometers to go to Iron Bridge, and I don't know what kind of services are available there. I don't think it's a whole lot, but it is something. See, I show you where I camped. Right over there, see, there's a flat spot in the grass. This is where my tent was. There's my bike, and over there is the fire pit. I had a fire there last night and actually boiled my meal there without having to use any of my fuel. But I'm going to make a coffee and I'm going to make a sandwich before I even hit the road, because maybe by then the rain will let up, even though the sky is gray and it doesn't look too promising, to be honest. That's why I got all my gear on. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to riding 140 kilometers in the pouring rain, but it is what it is. I might have to do it. I don't want to stay out here forever. Well, as much as I don't like to get rained on, with heavy rain, I gotta say that this morning, well, the rain has stopped and it was kind of light before. It's actually kind of beautiful here. It's not too hot, it's not cold. My rain jacket kind of gets a little wet, dries off a little, keeps me just perfect. If it stays like that, I don't mind this. The only thing is that later on I'll have to find a way to dry off my tent. Otherwise, where am I going to sleep tonight? But see, it's only like maybe 9 o'clock in the morning, if that. So I got all day, and I think it's looking good. I only got about 9 kilometers done so far, but feeling good. Yeah, so after almost 25 kilometers this morning, part of it in the rain, I gotta say, taking this combination, highway number 101 and 129, was probably one of the most rewarding decisions that I've made along this trip, because it's a beautiful ride. You know, there's a problem here too. There's no shoulder here. As you can see, it's all gravel. It's pretty bad. See, and the gravel is so loose that I can't ride on it. I just sink right in. But if there's two vehicles driving in opposite direction and you put any number of kilometers between them, you know, and then the question is, where will they meet? Well, I guarantee you it's right where I am on the bicycle, or you know, any other cyclist. You know, it's right where the cyclist is always. Other than that, this is the dream ride. You know, you are alone most of the time, and it's amazing. I wish there was a trail like this. You know, it would only take up like about half of what the highway does, and you know, the cost would be less. Problem is, we don't have enough people yet to demand such a trail. I hope one day that'll change. That's kind of part of my mission. I want to see this in my lifetime. So this is the road I have to take for 28 kilometers to get to the town of Iron Bridge, and according to the official Ontario road map, this is a paved road. Look at it. Isn't that weird? Oh well. Oh wow, I see pavement in front of me. That's a big relief. This gravel, it's good for probably trucks and 4x4 pickups and stuff, but not for bicycles. I thought, you know, when I left you know, the Trans-Canada Trail behind, I thought I wasn't gonna have to deal with any of that. But this was a tough 17 kilometers or something. Oh man, that's Ontario. Not exactly a bike-friendly province, I tell you. Arriving in Iron Bridge meant I was back on the Trans-Canada Highway, which meant there were stores and restaurant and even a motel to dry off in. Well, I'm still in Iron Bridge, and by the looks of it, I'm facing another day of riding in the rain. I just checked out of this motel, and it's almost tempting to extend my stay for another day, but what am I going to do in there, right? I'm going to get over to the diner here, have a late breakfast, early lunch kind of deal, and then we'll see. Maybe the rain's going to taper off, but if it doesn't, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ride a little bit, get wet, stop. From Iron Bridge on, I was once again on the busy Trans-Canada Highway. So I'm on Highway 17 now. It's a much different battle from the last few days. See, I still don't have a very wide shoulder to ride on, and as you may notice as I'm talking to you here, the traffic is much heavier. I cannot get away with veering onto the road every so often like I did on that lonely road up there. It's a slow going day today. The wind is blowing the wrong way. Alrighty. Well, I'm at this Elliott Lake turnoff. There's an information center and rest area here. It was okay. The weather was okay, but it started raining again, and it doesn't seem to get any less. It seems to get more again, so I really don't know what I'm gonna do later on. It's already 5 o'clock here. You know, I could go camping, I guess. I'm not allowed to camp here because there's signs everywhere. Despite the rain on and off, I made it as far as Massey. Yeah, I'm in Massey, Ontario. It's 8 o'clock or a little bit later even, and I just sort of got here a few minutes ago. And the rain wasn't too bad when I got here, but now it's picking up. I'm under a roof here. It's a public toilet. I don't want to spend the night here. Here's the options. I don't want... Here's the non-options. I don't want to get a room. Did that yesterday. Costs money. Costs quite a bit. I don't want to camp because it's too wet. And I don't want to stay here because, you know, where am I going to sleep? So I got to figure this out. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that happens when you're on an extended bicycle tour. Been there before. And yeah, I'll get through this too. I bet you tomorrow is going to be beautiful sunshine. I believe it. hot cup of coffee, I found out about Lee Valley Road, my alternate route to Espanola. So this is actually part of the Trans-Canada Trail. It's not a trail, it's a road. There's cars on here and you know, but it's a quiet road and it's actually much better than the highway, so I really appreciated being here. I got a little bit of the sniffles this morning. Yeah, it's the effects of 3 days of damp weather and you know, I camped last night. It was okay. It was damp, but I was warm in the tent and dry inside. But you know, now all my stuff is wet. So unless this weather turns around completely, you know, with sunshine and everything dries off, I'll be forced to go into a motel again tonight, which is fine. It's a bit more expensive than I was hoping, but what can you do, right? So yeah, I got about, I think, probably about 20 kilometers on this road to go to Espanola, and then we'll go from there. Probably. I wasn't feeling my best that day, so I decided to go to Little Current and then call it a day. I wasn't feeling great and starting to suffer from flu symptoms. However, I just had to keep going because I had to make it to Mississauga within only a few days because Barbara was once again going to join me for part of the ride. Little Current is a beautiful place, and even the weather was clearing up. But I pampered myself inside a room. Oh, look at those hills. Yeah, quite the climbs. Now, after about 3 days of really bad weather, really damp, which put me almost under the weather, sunshine is back. So I'm quite happy, but yeah, I gotta battle the hills today, and there isn't much of a shoulder to ride on. So yeah, it's another dangerous road, unfortunately.
No, man, no, man. This place been shut down for 3 years. Just go down the street. There's my friend's chip stand. But if you want, you can eat over here too, next door.
Okay, thank you.
You can still kind of see it. You can still just see it if you're going down there. Wait. It's like one light. That's not enough. It's got enough money things. Back in. 143 cars, 638 passengers.
Wow, that's quite a big boat. Holy yourself bike.
Yeah, it looks real like you're getting
Archer engine.
looks like a movie.
Yeah. After over 2 weeks of traveling across northern Ontario, the ferry crossing meant a new chapter on my journey. And southern Ontario was sure to be an entirely different game. Barbara was going to meet me in Mississauga on the 18th, so I had a deadline to meet. It seemed like I was competing with everyone on the ferry for accommodations, except I was the only one on the bicycle.